Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel in Programming Knowledge Prime. So from today I am starting my Python tutorial for absolute beginners. Okay, so this is the tutorial for the absolute beginners. Okay, and this tutorial is goes to the beginner to the advanced level. Okay, so please carefully watch the every video, every tutorial. Okay, so you will understand everything clearly. Okay, so let's start it. So what is the Python? So Python is nothing but a programming language. Okay, but you are listening that the Python is used in different fields and many fields in Google, in big companies, in the big companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Flipkart, Adobe, YouTube, also YouTube, they are also developed by Python. Why the Python becomes so popular? Because there are some features of the Python. The first and main feature is Python is very easy to learn. Anyone can learn this language. Okay, so suppose anyone can say you, if you does not learn any language in the beginning, so you can learn Python. You are in any sector, you in arts background, or you can in also commerce background, there is no problem, anyone can learn Python. And Python is a very important language in today's life, because Python is used in every each field of our daily life. Okay, so this is the reason. And the first and main reason is why the Python becomes so popular. It is that Python is very easy to learn, and Python is okay. Python is a open source language. Anyone open source language, and there are the lots of features. Why the Python becomes so popular? Okay, so first one is the who developed the Python. Who developed the Python? The Guido. Okay, who develops the Python? The Guido van Rossum. Okay, the Guido van Rossum. This is the person who developed the Python. Guido van Rossum. A lot of people are saying that why the name of this language is so tricky, or you can say unique. It is a mysterious type. Okay, Python. So Python is a name of the snake. Okay, why the language name is Python? What is the because there is some a uh, story why the name of this language become Python. There is a behind a story of this language. Okay, naming, because the Guido van Rossum, he's a person, he developed this language Python because the name is unique and mysterious. So this is the reason why he thought that whatever he developed a language, the name of this language is very unique and mysterious. Okay, so that is the story of behind this naming of this language. Okay, so uh, there are the some features I am briefly discuss what are the features of Python. Okay, so what are the features of Python? The first one is the Python is a free at cost. Python, anyone can use Python. Python is open source and free at cost. Okay, you can go to the Python or original website python.org, and you can install this IDE, okay, integrated development environment. Okay, and you can learn Python also, and you can implement your code, Python code. Okay, so what is the and Python is a case sensitive and context sensitive. Python is a case sensitive and context sensitive. What is the meaning of this case sensitive? It means the Python treat the small a. Suppose that these two are different. These two are totally different in Python. Okay, it is a small case letter a, and it is a uppercase letter. The two are different. The Python interpreter will treating these two things, or you can say these two objects, because Python is an object-oriented program. So everything will be treat as an object. So treat these two things different, totally different. Okay, and context sensitive means Suppose if you a data type, okay, the integer data type, which does not contain any type of decimal or float point value. So integer. So the short form of this integer is int. You notice that when I write this int, because int is a data type, so the color will be changed. What is the meaning? It is the meaning of context sensitive. Means suppose your anything anything means lion. The suppose if I store a photo of a lion, okay, so I can name of this photo anything A B C D E F G. But if I name this photo is lion, so it is very easy to me to identify it. Okay, so it is very easy to me and also the interpreter identify this picture. Lion means shingo. Okay, shingo. So this is the meaning what the context sensitive. Okay, so what is the open source? The what is the open source? The its source of this code is available. Means I showing you the Python. The Python is a interpreter. What is the code behind this Python build up? Suppose the Guido van Rossum and his team also build up a code, and using this code they made this or they developed this language. So what is the behind of this Python? Means what is the code behind this Python language? What is the development code? What is the development code of this behind this Python language? You can show. This is open source. Anyone can show this code. This is there's not any restriction that these persons are does not show this. Only the profession, only the authorities are permissible to show this code. There is no restriction. Anyone can show this code. Okay, so this is the meaning of what is the open source. Anyone, the code is available for anyone. Anyone can show this code. Okay, and another is the closed source. Means no one can see this code. Only the exe file can available for anyone, but not the code. Suppose the Unix, Linux, they are the operating system. What is the code behind this build up of this operating system? What is the code behind this operating system? Anyone cannot permissible. No one can permissible to show this code. Only the authorities, only the development authorities can uh, access to show this code, because they develop this OS operating system. Okay, so this is the mean of this open source. What is the open source and what is the closed source? Okay, so the another point and the main point is portability. The Python programming is run in any operating system. Suppose if you write your Python code in Windows operating system, you can also write implement, or you can also interpret, or you can also say you can also compile your code in Mac, in any OS, in in Windows operating system. You can also run your code in Unix, Linux, any operating system. There is no, with a single bit change you can run your code. This is the mean of the portability. The Python program is run in any OS or platform without any single bit of change. Okay, it's an interpreted language. So Python is not a compiler dependent. It is a interpreted language. So what is the difference between the interpreter and uh, compiler? I am telling you sometimes later. But what is the meaning of this interpreter? The interpreter means the interpreted language means the Python. The interpreter means suppose if you write a code, a single line code, if you write a 10-line codes, okay, at first the Python will focus a single line, and after compiling and after converting to the code, the Python interpreter will go to the next line. Okay, but in case of compile language, the compiler will take all the code and sorry convert it into the uh, convert it into the source code, and using the preprocessor expand the source code. Okay, using compile, the compiler will convert this code into the machine language, or you can say the dot object file. Okay, and then linker link this object file with the linker. Okay, and then produce the executable code. But in case of interpreted language is happening, in case of interpreted language, during the execution the translation also taking place side by side. Okay, so this is the reason. So it is the main reason why the interpreted language become very slower, slower than compiled language. So you can say the this is a disadvantage, or this is a disadvantage of the Python language. This is a main disadvantage. The Python language becomes slower than C, C++, Java, like this. Okay, because Python is an interpreted language. Okay, so in case of C and Python, the C is a compiled language, and Python is an interpreted language. Okay, so after that, Python, a main feature that the Python has a reach of library. So this is the very important reason why the Python becomes so popular, and a lot of big companies are using Python. This is the main reason. Python has a rich library, a lot of libraries: Matplotlib, Pandas, scikit-learn, Matplotlib, okay, Pandas, NumPy, a lot of libraries, a reach of libraries. So this is the basic introduction of Python. So I does not increase, or I does not expand this video. So please subscribe our channel. In next tutorial, I am talking about the basic what is the data types in Python. Okay, so please subscribe us, and please comment me, so it will be motivated to make me to make more videos. Okay, making more videos. And please like this video, and please share your important comments and your what is the about this. Okay, so thank you to all of you to showing this video. Okay, thank you.